The company that we are looking to partner up with is its own right. It's a listed company in the stock exchange. So they are big. They are conglomerate. Equally as big as some of the household name you have heard of. They just want to ensure that everything is kosher, everything is the messaging is going out to the wider community in their industry gets worded correctly, so people don't get too confused. And once that have crossed all the T, dot the I's, we will be ready. But yeah, VeVe will continue to grow. I mean, we have many partnership and many deals on the works. And it's my job to, I'm always working 6 to 18 months ahead of you guys. So it's always inside me, my heart and my brain. I want to tell people the soon as I done the deal. But just unfortunately, the way how the corporate structure and PR and legal works, it takes a long time. This is going back similar with how we announced Marvel, how we announced Disney. These deals were signed years ahead before we can even put the PR out. So we're really hoping that we can be sharing this with you, the excitement coming out. Even with the Binance wallet, news announced what we done. It was announced when I'm in the middle of a flight. I wasn't really even signing it off. It just basically went out because we thought, that's the time, and we're ready to launch, and I have full confidence in the people that works at VeVe doing only the best intention for the company, and vice versa for our partners company. They have their intention when certain news will go out. But I'm 100% delighted and excited to be sharing with you guys once we can let that out to you guys all. And it's only good things. I mean, we only want to announce great things. So hopefully it will be very soon. And I totally apologize. Maybe I jumped the gun. I made Randy go on a food strike over, without announcing. And I feel really guilty. I'm like thinking, Randy, and I add a few bites for him on top of that. These deals, a done deal. We're just waiting for the right moment to bring it out to the world. And VeVe will continue. The company will continue to be moving forward. We're taking meetings all the time, and we're trying to work out partnership all the time, and there's always new company reach out to us all the time, and and we're not looking just for any opportunity anymore. We're looking for those things that will fit within the VeVe. How I say it, we have a roadmap within the company. Our biggest goal is the growth. We want more users. How do we get that? The whole H presentation with the High project with Mechanical Cake, Ridley Scott, Johnny Depp. These people been talking to me for a number of times, and they selected us to be, the launch partner. So we're really proud. So, and there's a lot more of these AAA partnerships, with celebrity or talents behind them. We'll definitely announce them as we see fit, and they just need to be at the right place for the right audience to announce. Not much point to announce something that's really big and we see no tractions behind it. And that is something that we want to make sure that we don't just go out with a small news press where we can announce proudly with a great PR behind it, so people can recognize us as the market leader, what we do, and why other companies have partnered up with us to do this. I was at the airport at Chicago and talking to the team at Mechanical Cake about other opportunity that we have coming, and the next stop for us to execute that in North America will be New York Comic Con. So stand by. We'll be announcing few other things, and that super excited to be working with him. The story is amazing. If you manage to grab the graphic novel, I think they printed 500. It pretty much sold out. Before even Sunday. I think Saturday afternoon they sold out. And I think the last 100 copy I saw before boarding the flight on VeVe has now officially all gone. If I'm right or wrong, but we definitely are down to the last few copy. If not, it's all gone. If you read through the story, it's freaking great. The artist, Bill Sienkiewicz, I had a meeting with him at New York Comic Con, and he just loved doing the work, and only have high praises for the team at Mechanical K. But the announcement that we have coming, it's not about the high, it's not about Morphil, it's not, it's nothing. It's being announced, and it's not the Binance wallet. It's something much bigger, and there's something that we're looking to do a lot more coming up. So it will just naturally come when the time's right, and it will definitely be between now and before end of the year. I can promise you that. I'm hoping the remaining stock. I told them that we could look at distributing it through New York Comic Con. The balance of Ashcan. We'll have a look at what San Diego Comic Con, the organizer, had left over from the redemption room in the Hyatt Hotel. Whatever's left, we'll definitely look at doing something. So for those of you was not in town, and it didn't get one, it's a very cool book. It's a very, very nice book and beautifully put together. It will be 100% very collectible. The two copies that I have, I went around and started getting the signature on Sunday, and I managed to get some really important people on that cover, on my one. So Johnny Depp will be the next person that I will need to get to complete that. I actually bought a case for them, the books. I bought the top sleeve, the cases to put the books in, and what I'm really more looking forward to now is the airdrop for the poster, digital poster, because those will be very scarce. Listen, I didn't know it was going to be only for new users. I thought anyone who attended there, who have a QR code, scan it, you'll get it. Magic, you were the first one to tell me it wasn't working. I thought our tech team behind it have kind of did a botch job, but no, they did a fantastic job, and the purpose of that is to get users on board. So lucky to those new users who actually gone through the whole process, download the app, signed up, put your username in, you will be airdrop an exclusive lot of these. And listen, I will do my best to see if the publisher will give some of our community few of these digital posters. I would love to have more for our community. I'm always about sharing. So we'll wait and hopefully we'll get the nod from everyone, and we'll announce somehow we can give some of these out in other ways. And I do identify sports as a major vertical for us. And part of going to this National Trading Card Convention is to understand that sports and the importance around it. And the key aspect is that the industry player owns a lot of these existing player already own the rights. For example, Dapper Labs, as you know, has a product called NBA Top Shop. They have a UFC product. So for VeVe to come into this channel, this from the back, we need to either, number one, is partnered up with these company, or number two, to be offering some really unique offering. And the licensing the world works very differently. There's the three parts. Number one is the franchise. So that's the team owners you need to get approval on. Number two is you need to get the organization. So if you're in the F1, the F1 needs to recognize you as a licensee. Then the team, for example, Red Bull, that will come second. And thirdly is the talent. So in any sports vertical, we face that challenge. So many of you, if you collect Tops or Panini, you will probably know that Panini is currently in their last season of NBA official trading cards. So from October this year, in the new 25-26 year, uh, Tops basically have bought the rights for NBA basketball trading card, and they bought NBA. They bought the rights to the team, the franchise, or the franchisees out there, and they bought the Players Association. But Panini is likely will probably still produce a series of trading cards just with the players on it. And how it works is you need to get more than 6 players into your release. So you'll get, top 6 player from each team and try to make a set of cards from that. But the problem is you then have to remove the jersey and the team name from the photograph. So you probably, some of you, if you're collecting trading card out there, if you look closely in vice versa in Tops or Panini, you'll see some of these cards, they don't actually have the official team logo or their name on it or their right and what have you not. And that's because it's very complex in doing a deal. So digital deal rights holders have already exist, and many of you have seen their NFT being released. And where the opportunity for VeVe comes in is now that industry is opening up a bit more, so you'll have multiple players working on the same category. So I will not say no. And as part of my job at the national is really try to speak to the the licensor as well as the existing licensees, how we can partner up and make a great product for their audience. So hopefully that kind of explains to you why we haven't entered in that, earlier. But way when NFT was a hot topic, every platform was offering big money to be in the game. Some of them, I heard it's in the tens of millions. Sorry, tens of millions in the guarantees to have the rights to make the product. And we don't really want to chase these type of opportunity, not knowing, what we could generate out of it. So yeah, that's my take on that. But we definitely believe that sports vertical will be a key part. I think we did do a drop with the Joseph Parker boxing, and that was very successful. We saw fandoms, we saw their supporter came together, and we saw New Zealand people came behind it to buy a piece of that unique collectible. So we might do a lot more with independent talent rather than as a team to start with. And I also have learned a lot in this trip in national, how other company get passed by making sports collectibles relevant to the hobby without owning all those other franchise issues. And I'm definitely investigating into that. And that's similar to some of the Japanese IP, where the publishers and the writer and the producers are very different, and especially when there's follow-ons. Just giving you guys example, and not saying they're coming in or they're not coming in. I'm just using it as an example. Dragon Ball Z. You'll have the Dragon Ball, the original creator. Then they develop to the next saga, which is Dragon Ball Z, and then Dragon Ball Z saga continues in different, and there will be different writers and producers as part of it. So not one company actually owns everything called Dragon Ball. So it is a multi-party deal. I mean, even for VeVe to get most of these, the asset we have on there, it's already a very, I will have to say to our team internally, it's a huge achievement for a small company. And one perfect example will be the Back to the Future hoverboard. Give you some, we had to get the Mattel rights to have that Mattel logo on it. But without the Mattel logo, I just thought it would be a Back to the Future hoverboard, but kind of not official, not like the one you see in the movie. So we had to reach out to Mattel to get that right, and we had to buy and purchase that right. And some of the collectible that you will be seeing coming out, and I'm not going to name you which IP, because it's not about what alpha is today. They will come with the music, and I have to buy the music right from a completely different publishers and music writer altogether to get it in. And yeah, it's a lot of work. Sometimes it takes a number of years to connect all these dots together. So yeah, I want to, our aim is to bring out more, the collectible to be the true how you see it, how you grew up with it, rather than it's just another knockoff or this and that. And so I'm hoping, our fans are really there to understand that VeVe's goal is to make the most premium product out there, and we do whatever we can by adding, for example, by adding a music, and it makes that complete release not profitable. And why? Because halfway through we didn't know they owned the rights to the music, so the music could not be part of that package. But you need that music to make that magic really come true. So I have to make key decision to go, hey, how can we get the music in? If we have to make it work, we will. And we look at cases by cases as well. And sometimes it's easy to reach out to producers and writers, and the estate will easily sign it off. Quite often, they just don't do it. It's very, very difficult. But being in the digital world, you really need that element. When you can see visually, but you can't touch it. By adding up another element, by you can hear something from it, it makes that product very attractive, and that's what we need to do. Imagine you're playing an online game, and the character just run around, but there's no sound in it at all. So when you're firing out your guns or laser beams, there's just no sound. You just see lights going through your screen. You really want it to be as interactive as possible. And that's what VeVe wants to be. I do follow another celebrity piece of review guy, Dave. During the COVID time, I was so inspired how he's tried to save all those small businesses, the mom and pop pizza stores. So yeah, try to watch what he has, and it's become quite addictive. I like the thin crush more. The deep dish is definitely, really filling, really heavy. The sausage and the cheese, but beautiful. I mean, it's my first time I tried it. I mean, if you like that type of pie, you definitely, the deep dish is very tasty. You get a lot of sauce in it. The thin crust, I never had that thin one. That's super thin. I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like a biscuit, with things topping on it, and very crunchy, beautiful. You can almost eat a whole large pizza over an hour, span of an hour, but very nice. However, I did try to finish all of them. I probably gained about 7 pounds in just 3 nights being in Chicago. It was that much pie.